Your review, I'm gonna react to the biggest fraud on the internet, Liver King. This video made by Bill's YouTube.
For the past year, there's been one guy. Actually, scratch that. One freak of nature who has dominated not only TikTok, but also Instagram and YouTube. Mr. Brian Johnson, aka Liver King, took off on social media in 2021 with his beliefs that eating nothing but
And I never watched this nigga, by the way. Liver King, I never watched him.
raw meats benefited the human body by bringing it back to its ancestral state. This broad statement had other content creators trying his diet, like Danny Gonzalez, who tried living like
And son is mad brolic, bro. Son's in shape.
the Liver King for a day.
Anybody I've ever made a video about. So I got to thinking, maybe I was a little hard on the guy. And to make up for it, why don't I walk a mile in his shoes? He doesn't wear shoes? Why don't I walk a mile in his chains and try to live one whole day as the Liver King? I'm gonna do what he does, eat what he eats, and try to abide by the 9 ancestral tenets that he follows, which he says are to honor our ancestors.
And other content creators who also did videos doing the same exact thing. All of these videos help build up Liver King's online presence, and across all of Liver King's platforms, he has been able to accumulate over 5 million followers in total. Along with the videos made on him, this growth in online influence comes with the booming age of the alpha male content creators. From 2020 all the way up until the present day, alpha male content creators have pretty much taken over the YouTube scene. Andrew Tate was possibly the biggest content creator and quickest
Yo, all these alpha male niggas, bro. It's talking that alpha shit, bro. See Fresh and Fit, fucking Andrew Tate, Sneeko, all these alpha niggas, bro.
Content creator to grow on the platform, and with Andrew Tate growing, it shined a light on masculinity and alpha male mentality. Liver King benefited from Andrew Tate, not in the sense that they make the same content, but in the sense that they have the same agenda. And that agenda was to build the masculinity in men in this new generation. On Liver King's website, it states that every man, woman, and child has the right to be strong, healthy, and happy, autoimmune free, eczema free, allergy free, fatigue free, and so on. To live life with robust energy and biological resilience. To go from mere existence in life to discovering that which makes life worth living. Brian makes the statement that living his lifestyle would be beneficial for your all-around health, but has no proof to back it up. He is the proof. Brian Johnson created the Liver King persona in August of 2021. At least that's when his first post on Instagram was. But even before the Liver King persona, Brian Johnson was already online. Brian Johnson owns the supplement brand Ancestral Supplements, and right before creating the Liver King persona,
Yo, he got a beard, bro.
Brian Johnson can be
Trying to get my shit like that too, bro.
spotted on
One
the
day.
Ancestral Supplements Instagram account on one of their videos. Now, at 45 years old, Liver King stated that the reason he
45.
looks the way he does is because he lives by the 9 tenets, which are sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond, that are supposed to take you back to your primal instincts. And on his website, he breaks down each tenet and clarifies what they stand for. He also got famous for his absurd meals where he will eat raw testicles and livers. Now on the website, he states that he's not a doctor, but that he has a degree in biochemistry, which he uses to certify his statements of his primal way of living. These types of ideologies have grown Liver King's platforms, with people taking his words and living by them. Liver King's approach and look helped his influence, especially on young adult males who look for a role model. Liver King showed how manly he was and how his way of living changed his life, and fans of his work cherish that transparency and dedication to his lifestyle. Liver King prides himself as being a man of integrity.
He's walking around mad shirtless, bro.
But what if I told you that his physique and way of living is all a lie? Now, within the past year, there has been a bunch of content creators trying to expose Liver King for being a fraud. These content creators talked about Liver King's odd protruding abs and how that's a big sign that he's taking steroids. But with very little evidence to support their claims of Liver King taking steroids, their videos against Liver King only built up his online persona. Liver King grew fast and over the past 2 months has been seen pretty much everywhere. From boxing fights to podcasts to public interviews, Liver King has gotten a lot of free publicity towards his
Damn, he walk everywhere shirtless, bro. Like, you can put a shirt on at some point, bro.
brand and way of living. Carnivore MD was one of the first content creators to have Brian Johnson on a
Wow. I love it. You look amazing.
podcast about 8 months ago. During this podcast, Carnivore MD asked Liver King if he's natural or on steroids, and Liver King's response denies the allegations, but also puts down people who are lazy.
So I think when people see someone with your physique, they look at it and they think there's something going on here. There's gear, there's steroids, there's performance enhancing drugs, and I'll add my flavor to it. When I see people ask this question, I think, if you could do 1/10, or if you worked out 1/10 as hard as Liver King, then you could ask him this question. I've lived with you, I've spent time with you, and I've never seen anybody live the ancestral message as richly and deeply and truly as you do. But I want to give you the chance to answer it, because I know a lot of people are going to be curious on this podcast. Talk to us about whether you use performance enhancing drugs or steroids or anything to get this physique.
Listen, I love this question. I've been getting this question since high school, and it's done more to lift the Liver King brand and message than any other question. So I hope you asking it now continues to do the same. The short answer is no. I don't touch this stuff. But here's the deal. Isn't it just fucked up that a muscular, lean man has to justify his level of fitness, but a fat, lazy, metabolically deranged, or a skinny, fragile, osteopathically deranged, they don't have to justify their lack of fitness?
After this podcast was released, it generated even more buzz around the 9 tenets and Liver King's primal brand. As Liver King's online presence started to grow, and with more and more videos, TikToks, and pictures of his physique started to come out, there were even more people trying to expose or question Liver King's authenticity surrounding his natural body claims. And these claims were met with the same response every single time it was asked during a podcast or public interview.
Favorite fucking topic. Is Liver King natty? That's what he said. I think he was like TikTok age. They say natty.
Yeah, well, first thing I'm now you're giving me a sidetrack, but I'll say this. Do you think if I was on steroids, I would have these fucking appendages down here, these legs?
Have legs?
Do you see how fucking little my fucking legs are?
No, I thought. So, again, for the record, I've never taken steroids.
Really?
I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Some guy really said to me, "Are those actually fake?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're ab implants. They're $10K each."
Every single time steroid use was brought up during an interview or podcast, Liver King always denied it, stating that he's never touched steroids and never wants to. Liver King went on the No Jumper podcast and joked around, stating that he has felt like taking steroids because he's older and it's harder for him to gain muscle, but he says it jokingly. On Impulsive, he pretty much says the same exact thing and pretty much jokes about the steroid usage and claims that he doesn't take steroids. And he does this with every single podcast that he's on. He jokes about taking them, but then actually doesn't take them, but then ends up taking them. Liver King denounced steroid usage up until he couldn't anymore. More Plates, More Dates was one of the biggest content creators to doubt Liver King's statements, claiming that he has never taken any steroids. And on November 28th, 2022, More Plates, More Dates uploaded a video titled The Liver King Lie. This video was over an hour long, and during the hour, he showed emails that Brian sent him 2 months before actually going full into the Liver King persona. During these emails, Liver King talks about his steroid usage and how much money he spends a month to keep his physique.
The URL domain or whatever, the site, the actual page where you would submit a request probably still exists. It's just not actually on the website anymore. But anyways, apparently sitting in the depths of my email inbox was an unread message from the man himself requesting bodybuilding coaching as well. May 2nd, 2021, from Brian Johnson. Consult contact form at moreplatesmoredates.com. Reply to Liver King at ancestralsupplements.com. To admin at moreplatesmoredates.com, my company email that I was using. Brian Johnson, Liver King at ancestralsupplements.com. I need to get shredded, have more energy, and get my brain working better. But I overtrain approximately 12 to 14 workouts a week and can't stop. I played around with peptides and would like to explore real GH like Omnitrope and others. I sleep well, eat well. I even have a hard shell hyperbaric oxygen therapy, presumably, cold plunge, sauna, etc. at my house. I need next level, which is why I'm reaching out. Can you reassure me that all information discussed, wish confidential, presumably will be held confidential. Fucking love your work. Pretty flattering, to be honest. May 2nd. So this is before, like, the other emails we just went through. Even the first blood test result was May 12th, I believe. So this is before all of that. So this whole time, even when I'm making videos about the guy and, like, doing, like, you know, the natty or not stuff, this is sitting there, unread, in my Gmail, this whole fucking time, dude.
After about a year of More Plates, More Dates trying to prove that Liver King was lying about his natty statements, it seems like he's gotten the last laugh in exposing Liver King for being a fraud to his audience. This was a really bad look for the Liver King. Now, people on the internet have been saying, who cares if he's not actually natural and takes steroids? Or did anybody actually believe that he was natural? But I'd say Brian Johnson has been lying to his followers about a fake life that he tries to show through camera. It gives his audience a false sense of hope that eventually one day, if they continue to live by the 9 tenets, that they too will look like Liver King. But Liver King's body isn't achievable unless you take steroids, making his followers strive for greatness that they will never even reach. Now, Liver King did respond in a 6-minute video uploaded to his YouTube account, and he said this.
Clearly, I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness.
Damn, he admitted he takes steroids, bro. But he's not the only, like, one in the world that takes steroids, boy. Steroids, boy. You know, athletes take steroids and all that shit, bro. Like, if you... Maybe, like... Because I think athletes take steroids because, like, you know, like, they get hurt easily and shit.
4,000 people a day who kill themselves. The 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie.
Yeah, but he wanna hide from his truth.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole. I have only myself to blame. I did that, and it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly, because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician. In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life. And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical-grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
Now, this apology was pretty good. Not only did Brian take accountability for his actions, he also realized that he hasn't been living the life that he portrayed on video. I checked his Instagram account, and he also uploaded the video there as well, and uploaded this set of stories, thanking More Plates, More Dates for calling him out and exposing him.
Good morning, primals. It's prime time to launch into the day, to get early morning sun through the eyes, on the face, on the skin. This is going to set your best sleep, to set your biocircadian rhythm, so you can live your best life. Make sure to get the bare feet connected, anchored, grounded into the earth primals. These are our ancestral ways to express their highest and most dominant forms to do these things. Here's my win for the day, to create the winning mindset, to launch myself into momentum. It's expressing my deepest appreciation for Derek of More Plates, More Dates. We all know that it's physical resistance that helps to create and forge a stronger physical constitution. The same applies socially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
internally. Derek was the catalyst to help bring me to my knees. That means that Derek is also the catalyst that will help me rise to new heights, to express an uncompromising, a more dominant, a higher form. So I am eternally grateful. Thank you, Derek. This has also been a very revealing time where I know who has stood beside me. This is why I say loyalty above all, and to recognize the betrayal so I can cut that man out of my life for eternity. So I can focus and point my energy where it matters most. Liver King out.
Now, where does Liver King go from here, and will there ever be a redemption arc? I think if Liver King becomes 100% transparent on what supplement he takes and steroids he takes moving forward, he can continue to grow his brand. Even people in the comments weren't as mad that he was taking steroids. They were more mad that he lied about it. I don't
Yeah, he was hot. Like, he was, like, being around the bush and shit. Like, wasn't telling the truth.
think Brian Johnson is a horrible person who did these things to promote an online training course or something you have to pay for. His website and workouts are all free to view, and from the looks of it, nothing is hidden behind a paywall. I believe that his fans and other content creators are just upset that he lied for so long and acted as if he was being 100% transparent. I do see a redemption arc, but not anytime soon. I think there will be a couple months where the internet just clowns Liver King, and that's 100% valid. I do think he will have supporters, but not as loyal as they once were. You see, on YouTube, once you break that trust with the viewer, it's really hard to get it back, which is why we see a lot of content creators' channels die after they do something bad, even something as small as lying to the viewers. It's extremely hard to get back on the viewer's good side, and for them to build trust in you once again. But this has been the end of the video. If you have any content creators that you want me to research, please send them to me through my Instagram DMs or on my Discord. Both will be linked in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Okay, that's the vid. Yeah, what y'all think about Liver King? He fucking, at least he like told the truth, like, at least he like told the truth, like, at least he like took accountability and shit, like, at least he owned up to like admitting to taking steroids and shit, you know, after like, you know, denying it and shit. At least he you know, like, took, like, own up to his, like, you know, own up to his actions. So yeah, bro, like, what y'all thoughts on this, bro? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, y'all know the vibes. If you just checking out, you are.